morning.
Hello.
You're up early.
7 a.m. class. Actually, I have work at 8, so I just sometimes sleep a little later.
Yeah. Well, good.
Having my pre-workout coffee.
Yeah, I just debated on making my second cup now or waiting to enjoy it later.
The last time I did the 7 a.m., I didn't have coffee prior, and that was not a very good thing.
I don't love having hot coffee before a workout.
My favorite is the people that show up at the gym, like for the 8 o'clock class on Saturday with their mugs, like not even travel, but like with their ceramic mug. They're on the floor stretching, having coffee.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been bugging Jimmy to join us at 7 a.m.
What?
I've been bugging.
Yeah, where are all the single chicks you told me to be here?
That's what I said. I was like, oh, the chicks are here. Why are you not here, Jimmy?
All the chicks and Tommy.
All the chicks and Tommy most of the time. Tommy is now very mad that you're inching your way in here on all the chicks.
Yeah. We had Barrett for a while.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny. Saturday, some friends of mine up in Tennessee.
There's Tommy.
They invited me to join on one of the Zoom things for a get-together drinking thing. So I showed up, and it was just me and 5 of my other female friends.
Nice.
I got all my women friends, and I thought, wait a minute. Am I the gay guy friend now? Is that what I am?
Am I the gay guy friend? LaDawn is here.
Yep. So we're just waiting on Robin.
No, wait. That is not a statement that's ever not said. We're just waiting on Robin. Go ahead and get started. Don't even try. Like, why do you even try? There's no excuses. We'll start without you. If you want to start, go ahead.
Will you make me the host, or did you already?
I will do that now. So Sunday is 10 a.m. Yesterday she was like 7 minutes late. So there's no, it's just when people are late, they're late people. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, Robin's like one of my other friends. I have to tell them the time is 30 minutes ahead of what it's supposed to be. Start.
All right, guys.
Good morning, people.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It's a Jimmy.
It is.
I know.
We have 2 guys today. Tommy's in the background and Jimmy's in the foreground.
All right, guys. So we are.
Just remember, LaDonna, I'm the single one.
Noted.
That's what we should call this. Other than the Meeks, this is the single person's class.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, guys. So we are going to start together. We are going to jog in place for 30 seconds. We're going to do 3 rounds of this. I want to start each round together. So you ready? Go ahead and just run in place on your toes. Jimmy knows how to run. Everybody in this class knows how to run in place.
And do the Phoebe buffet.
Yeah. Think about pulling your heels up under your butt. Core is nice and tight.
Bella's really confused by run in place. She's like, wait,
why aren't we going here?
Why aren't you moving forward?
Why aren't we moving? Why are we going somewhere?
All right, guys. So now I want 3 clock lunges on each side. Did everybody watch that?
Yeah.
Oh.
All right.
So
So
I'm assuming I go forward,
and
right,
then side lunge,
backwards,
and then a curtsy. That equals 1. We're going to do 3 on each side.
Ow.
We got some single leg work today, so I'm going to warm up all those muscles. If you want to make it more challenging, don't let your foot touch the ground. So when you go back, come up to a balance. Lunge that way, have no room, balance, whichever direction you're going. I chose the wrong direction and didn't have room. So we're going to do 3 of those on each side. Be careful, side lunge. You can skip that if it hurts. And then after that, we're gonna get 6 air squats. And when you guys are doing that air squat, I want you to focus on your glutes. My hips, hip flexors and quads love to take over on an air squat when they're unweighted. So really focus on using your glutes. And then we're gonna do 6 good mornings.
I actually needed these stretches. The lunges feel good.
Good. So 6 air squats and 6 good mornings. If you guys don't have a PVC or a broom or anything, that's fine. I always just kind of put my hands back here and pretend like I'm holding the PVC. What is this? Yeah, you guys, we don't have to do it together. If you're ready to start, let's, I'll just keep the clock running. I'm gonna jog in place again for about 30 seconds. Your calf is pretty good. Oh, yeah, we don't complain about that in a while. You can do them. You don't have to. This is a quiet 7 a.m.
These lunges take a lot.
Focus.
The lunges take a lot.
Focus.
Yep,
Especially doing 3 on each side.
yep. We can cut it down to 2 rounds if we have to. All we have is a couple things after this, and then we go into the, whatchamacallit, the strength. It's all single leg stuff and strength today, though.
Hey.
All right, I can't wait to run after all this.
Are you gonna run today?
Yeah, just 3 miles though.
That's good.
Well, almost every night, Jimmy's like, I can't decide if I should do class or run. And I'm like, well, if you would do class in the morning, it would make your decision a lot easier.
Yep.
I know, I don't have an excuse anymore now.
Yeah.
Andrew wanted to go for a bike ride after the Saturday class, and so Tommy and I ran with him. I was dead. I have got to be better about taking a day off during the week, because this is the 2nd week in a row I haven't, and Saturday just about killed me.
I learned my lesson Saturday. I will not be doing any workouts on Friday nights before a long run.
Oh, really? Well, yeah, if you do 7 a.m. workout, you'll be fine then on Friday.
But
Yeah,
Friday night,
one after Friday night was a little rough.
yeah.
Emily, are you working out on Sunday too?
No, Sunday I took completely off.
The Lord's Day, that's when I rest.
Heck yeah.
But I'm gonna have to take off either, I don't know, someday during the week. I'm gonna have to do a little less.
Join me on Wednesdays.
I just always, I haven't taken a day off. I can't remember the last time I took a day off working out. But I do take 2 days where I don't do the Metcon part at all. Where I just live, like, people say that and they don't know what that means. Like, I monitor my heart rate.
Yeah,
I don't go over 80%
yeah.
on my heart rate. And that,
I always take Sundays off unless I miss my run Saturday.
And that makes me feel a lot better to take the 2 days where they're really low intensity days.
Yeah.
I was going to take today as my low intensity day, but there's no way to do that with this EMOM. 0, because of the amount of reps in it.
Yeah.
Like, it's not going to be an EMOM. It's going to be in every single until the end.
That's why I said, depending on what weight you have, depending on what you're doing, if you need to cut some of the reps down, and you may have to, because I was trying to think how long everything takes, and I may have overestimated a little.
Like going from you do that row into the kettlebell swings, that's 2 straight minutes until you're done.
Well, Tommy was doing 10 calories on the rower on Saturday, and it said it took him 30 seconds.
Yeah, but getting in and out of the rower,
That's true, yeah.
getting in and out of the rower, doing your row, and for me
This I knew would take, the 25 kettlebell swings I knew would take a lot. Now, if you go too heavy with this, it's gonna take a long time.
10 front squats. Oh yeah, that's where I think you'll get rest. I feel like it's gonna be 2.5 minutes of just working with the transitions.
Yeah.
And then you get a little rest.
I kind of based this off Saturday because I was doing 40 double unders and it was taking me less than 30 seconds or around.
If you're efficient at double unders and you don't mess them up, it won't be that bad. But if you do, but I looked at it as the row, kettlebell, like worst case, row, kettlebell swings, and then 10 front squats, you'll probably get 30 seconds every, like rest, because you're in a transition. I always forget about transitions when I'm cooking.
Yeah. All right, you guys all on that last round? We can cut it a little short if we need to.
I'm ready whenever you are. Just still going.
All right. So I just want you to do 3 of these burpee complexes. So there's 4 movements each time. So it's really 12 burpees. So you're gonna do a burpee just to stand. Did everybody watch the video?
Yep.
No, I didn't.
Here.
Bad girl.
Decided 7 a.m. till Afra told me at 10 p.m. last night I should go.
I believe it was like 8 p.m., my friend.
Sorry. Hey,
All right, so you ready? Watch me. We're gonna do burpee where you just stand. Go into that half burpee. A regular burpee. And a tuck jump burpee. And do that 3 times. And the man over here is still stretching. You can thank him for that. He goes, look at this. He saw it on Instagram.
Now that we're doing all the burpee variations possible too.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the isometric stuff we did yesterday made me feel like my arms were gonna fall off.
Yeah.
Oh, I have so much isometric stuff for the end of this week. It's crazy.
Oh boy.
I guess Robin's not coming. She was planning on it. And apparently,
We started before her and then she.
no, I think something happened. I think maybe her dog that she just took outside on the floor. That's what happens with puppies sometimes.
Yeah. When you guys are done with these 3 burpee complexes, we'll just get into a nice stretch and I'll start talking about their strengths.
Burpees are warming me up. LaDonna has her gloves on. Is it cold out there?
I thought it was a lot colder than it actually is.
Yeah, it didn't seem that cold. And
Yeah, it's been colder out here. It's really not so bad.
okay.
It did feel cold when I woke up this morning though.
Yeah, I thought it was freezing.
Yeah.
When I took Bella on, it didn't seem too bad.
All right, so when you guys are done, let's get into Spider-Man stretch and a pigeon stretch, kind of on your own pace. You want to move that bench out, just let the rower stay. Right, or are you gonna row later? You probably will until you jump out, so you could move the rower and keep the bench where it is. Or not, maybe. All right, guys, while you're stretching, we've got 2 movements today for strength. Bulgarian split squats, or as Efra calls them for legends, rear elevated split squats, and then single leg RDL. Both are gonna be only 3 sets. A lot of times we do 4, 5, and 6 sets. We're only doing 3 sets, but we're doing 8 per leg. So on that
Bulgarians where you put your foot on the bench, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's why I call it the rear elevated.
Yeah, and no, yours is very descriptive. I had just always knew them as Bulgarian split squats. So you're gonna put that foot behind you. When you go down in the lunge, your knee should not be in front of your toe. It should be over your midfoot to heel. Still think about rotating that femur out on that front leg and driving through your heel and squeezing your glute to come up. You really want to think of this more as a one-legged squat than a lunge. So you should not be pushing off that back toe. Does that make sense? The toe that's elevated behind you, don't push off of that. I tend to put my laces down to prevent me from doing that. It's really an up and down movement where you're focusing on that one leg that's on the ground. If you guys have even weights that are challenging and heavy, you're gonna hold one in each hand at your side. LaDonna, if you want to do front rack with your barbell, you can do that, or you can hold one of the kettlebells in a goblet hold.
Yeah.
To keep it even. And then after that, you're going to do all 3 sets of that. Take about no more than a minute rest in between in each. Then you'll go into the 3 sets of 8 per leg, single leg RDL. Does that make sense?
Yep.
I know everybody in this class knows all of these movements. So no supersetting today.
All righty, 8.
3 sets of 8 on each leg. Start out with your 45s. Or do you want to start out lighter to warm up? I said hold 2 weights like this, or LaDonna only has, she has unmatching weights. The whole goblet holds it's in the middle. Yeah. There you go, guys. Is it good? All right. So you guys all have to come at 7 tomorrow because it's Tommy's birthday.
Yeah, for sure.
He just ran inside for something.
I'll be here.
I gotta think of who else I can drag in.
Parker.
Yeah, I think that's a long shot.
Kurt, he's at least awake. He can maybe just
Yeah.
calm in. Yeah, because he has to still be at work. Well, I don't know about now with what's going on.
Yeah. Well, we're still shelter in place till Thursday.
Yeah. Whatever that means.
Whatever that means, exactly.
That woman.
What, y'all aren't going out?
I did, so Tommy's favorite, I think I told you guys, his favorite takeout, Thai and Roswell, we figured out they were closed on Mondays and Tuesdays, so I went yesterday and got it. And they had tables set out front. The guy saw me pull up and he ran out. Like, I didn't even have to go into the building or into the restaurant. Like, and he placed my order on the table, then he backed away, and then I went and picked it up off the table. So places are still being very
Chick-fil-A is like a big tray bin thing they bring out.
Oh, really?
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. In fact, the Chick-fil-A's got it going on. I went to one yesterday or Saturday, and besides their 2 drive-thrus, they made makeshift drive-thrus through their parking lot, like 2 others.
Have
So
you guys
I was in and out in 5 minutes.
have you guys seen the meme?
They can take some more orders. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
And get people through quicker. That makes perfect sense.
But they do it, and then they come out with your food in like this kind of enclosed bin or something, and you reach in and grab it. They don't hand it to you.
Have you guys seen the memes that say, like, if Chick-fil-A were allowed to set up testing sites, we'd have the whole state of Georgia tested by the weekend?
We'd have capacity for it, but we wouldn't have tests done, that's for sure.
No,
They're
but
by far the efficient I've seen everybody.
yeah, I think it was just stating how
Yeah.
efficient Chick-fil-A is at moving people through. But here's the other thing.
All the
So the restaurant's right across the street from the Roswell Trader Joe's, like not Gavin's, but the other one. And I waited in line outside 6 feet, like they had their, their flower that they have on everything painted on the sidewalk, and everybody had to stand on a flower. And I stood there for 15 minutes. I mean, the line wrapped all the way down the whole place, and they only let a certain number of people in at a time. They had 2 or 3 people outside washing carts, telling people whether they were allowed to go in, making sure people weren't encroaching on each other's in the lines. Inside there were flowers painted on the floor, like you were not allowed to move up to the next one in line. Like I wasn't even thinking. I gave them my cart and I started to walk up to where you pay, and they're like, "Nope, ma'am, can you please step back there until we're done?" I mean, they had it under control, but it's a lot of work for them.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how you
Well, I'm
can.
glad the stores are managing social distancing guidelines because people aren't. Yesterday, when I took Bella for her run, there were like 6 people in the neighborhood that were just standing there like it was a normal day, which they've been very good about. People have been keeping their distance, but they were just 2 feet apart. And then a car pulled up with 5 different guys in it about the same age. And there were cars parked by our lake, and they all got into their different cars after they got out of that car. 5 guys, same car. I was like, so no social distancing guidelines. So.
No, a lot of people aren't, but.
My favorite was at the Ingles yesterday. People not following the little arrows to go up and down the aisles. And they get on there and like, "Attention guest, if you would, please follow down." It's really funny.
Where is there in Ingalls? That's like a North Georgia mountain grocery store.
Isn't it?
Right over here off of Highway 92,
Oh.
Glade Road.
Yeah, there's an Ingalls there?
I don't know that I've ever been in an Ingles.
I know there
Yeah,
used
we're
to
up
be one-
still over here in Ackworth. We got everything, you know.
They used to have one in 92 in like Roswell, Woodstock area, but they closed that, I thought.
Hey, the fun is if you can still find a Winn-Dixie. That's the big one.
Oh, they got those down in Panama City.
Yeah, they're all over Florida, but none of them here anymore. I worked at Winn-Dixie in high school.
Did you?
What is that one?
Yeah, stocked grocery sales.
Winn-Dixie.
Jimmy, what is that one?
Winn-Dixie.
Maybe I've been
Worked there for
to one of those.
I worked there for a year. I worked there for a year, and then I went to go work at Pace Warehouse, which is basically like a Sam's and BJ's and all that. That was like the first one here. And they got bought by Sam's.
Did you get all your split squats in, Afra?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You're fast. Speedy.
I got mine in.
Did you?
So what I was trying to say about Winn-Dixie was, I think I've been to one ever in Panama City. So are they Florida ones?
Definitely a
They're
South.
all in Florida now. Be all in Georgia too. There's still a few in Georgia here and there, but not many.
Okay. Where at in Georgia? Not Atlanta.
Like South Georgia, like towards Florida border.
Okay.
Make sure you keep your shoulder engaged, Jimmy. Don't let it drop with the weight. Like keep it back and try and stay nice and steady. There you go. The leg that goes back, if you guys squeeze that glute and quad and flex your toe towards your knee, keep that leg that goes back really tight. It helps with balance.
My hamstrings are super tight, and I don't know what it's from. What did we do Saturday? Oops.
I don't know.
Oh, the squat, all the squat points. That could definitely.
Yeah. Get ready for those tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, but
We'll get back to the gym. I do like be able to use bars again, normal.
Yeah.
And I'll probably ask him, can I just go use some dumbbells or kettlebells?
I won't be heavy weight though tomorrow, like Saturday was.
No, because it was in strength, miles in the wad, but it's still pretty spicy.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, I've been trying to decide whether I want to, when I want to go back to the gym, and I'm not going to feel comfortable about it until the data starts going down consistently.
Yeah, it's still.
I guess go after this week, right? Or next 2 weeks.
I'm not.
These restaurants.
Yeah. Then that's what makes me worried too, is say the data starts going back down. Well, since people started doing things on Friday, is it going to go back up? And
You know, the funny thing is, I'll be honest, there wasn't that many people out this weekend. I don't think a lot of people still went out.
I drove
A lot
down.
of people.
I drove down to the square and there was people down there, and I drove down to like downtown Kennesaw. There were people out, but not a ton. But still, is there going to be a tiny little spike or not is the question.
I think where we live, people seem to still be kind of doing their same thing. Maybe they'll slowly go back into it, but there's going to be other parts that people
Yeah.
don't go right back to normal. Oops, yeah, you need some space.
I gotta be honest. It
Pretty
sounds dumb, but I think the more rural and less educated areas will be the ones that go out and do everything.
But you would think that, but a lot of the more rural, less educated areas have petitioned the governor that he's doing the wrong thing because they can't keep control of everything. So, especially Albany, Georgia, where they have the spike.
Yeah.
Albany, Georgia, Savannah, Georgia, and Atlanta have formally petitioned the governor's orders.
That's interesting because my sister said they're thinking about sending the kids back to daycare in a couple of weeks because she's just miserable and can't get anything done. But
Yeah. Where does she live?
Denver, and she said all the outbreaks in Colorado are not near her. They're all in the rural areas where, you know, I'm going to be judgmental here. The people that don't vaccinate their kids, like the tree hugger, crazy hippie people, and then people that can't get to doctor's offices and hospitals. She says it's all in like rural, all the outbreaks are in rural areas.
Hey, this crazy tree hugger that does, I would vaccinate kids though. That's completely different. But people have
I think
asked,
the big thing is
because Jimmy, stop interrupting me for 2 seconds.
I can't hear all the time. I'm not interrupting. I can't hear you.
People have been asking me if I would get the vaccine because I don't vaccinate myself. And I said, And I said, yeah, right now, because it's a pandemic and an outbreak, I would take the risk and get the vaccine. But next 2021, December, when it comes out, I'm absolutely not getting it. There's no reason to. Go ahead, Jimmy, your turn.
That was a great, Madonna.
I was going to say I think the big test is going to be when all the bars and sports places open up. That's when you have all the people
Look at
in one
LaDonna's
place
long
drunk,
line.
spitting at each other and stuff. That'll be it.
I know, LaDonna takes up the whole width of the screen with her long legs.
But I mean, and
Her
it's like a
torso.
perfect line. She's staying. They look so good, LaDonna.
She looks like a dancer.
Yeah.
I can't see. I got to change the gallery. I want to see
Change it to
LaDonna's.
gallery. Oh, you missed it. She's
She's
done
resting.
now.
She'll do it again.
You missed LaDonna's dancing moves.
My
Sorry, I
dad
can see her butt.
dance.
Her butt's in the. I can see the butt. That's good.
Nice. You're like an Instagram model.
That's
This
right.
little thing. Come on. Come on.
You can tell you squat, girl.
Truth.
Jimmy, if you wanted to know if you were the gay friend of all your friends, that right there would lead one to believe.
Oh, that would be more like, yo, girl. Yeah, girl. You got something good. Let's go shopping. After you'd like it because the other people don't know him, but I can't tell you how many times people have thought Josh and I were a gay couple.
Really?
The one that you post like
Oh, yeah.
best friend.
And as soon as we find,
There's
we've been to parties before where people have said that. As soon as we find that out, we start acting like we're a gay couple. Just do it.
I mean, I could like talk after talking to you for 5 minutes. I don't know why anybody would think that, but like, it's not like either one of you have gay tendencies. You're just obviously really close.
I think it's the initial when I walk into a place with like 5 women, I'm the only dude. That's
Yeah.
the thing. But see, that works in my advantage then because then all the other women think I'm safe. They're like, oh, he's already with women. He's safe. He's a good guy. They don't know.
They don't know that you have the Star Wars room.
They don't know.
That's right.
You do.
And then I gotta do in like, small spurts. As soon as they find out, all the women want me then. They find out about the Star Wars room.
Did you ever see the movie Fever Pitch with Jimmy Fallon
Yeah.
way back when, where his
Yeah.
entire bedroom, like as a full-fledged adult, his entire bedroom is decked out in Red Sox. Like he's got Red Sox toilet paper, Red Sox comforter, everything. And I think that movie killed me because I think it came out when Tommy and I were early on dating or just early on together. And it's all about him being into fantasy baseball and how serious they take it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that was
Oh yeah.
totally Tommy.
There's some supers there. I mean, I have Star Wars room, but I am not like that fervent about it. There's sports people though. Holy crap.
Yeah.
I really, really, really like that movie.
Yeah, it's been years since I saw it.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Now thinking of Jimmy Fallon on the Tonight Show, it's weird to think of him as an actor.
Yeah. And did he do a lot of movies?
I don't know if he did a lot, but he did Saturday Night Live, so
Yeah.
even that. Yeah, so he probably did some movies before.
Yeah, I remember
sure.
him from Saturday Night Live, but I don't remember him in a ton of movies, but maybe he was.
I only really remember that movie with him. Like, I can't think of other movies he was like that were big that he was in. Fever Pitch was kind of a really good movie.
I love Drew Barrymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Called Taxi, something called The Boys, Vito, Maya, and
What was that? Never Been Kissed she was in?
Gem and the Holograms, Pop Star.
Gem and the Holograms. Oh my God, remember Gem from when we were little?
Yes.
He's so popular.
Get Hard. I mean, he's been in a few. It's a Imam, 15-minute Imam of. Are you guys done with all your sets?
I'm on my left.
Yuppers.
All right, Tommy's on it. He's asking what the workout is. I'm gonna let LaDonna finish her last set.
Tommy's like me. He probably has to hop on the computer for work.
Yeah. He still has 25 minutes to go. He's just chomping at the bit, as he
I
says.
think there was one morning we were like going really. I can't remember who was coaching, but I remember we were a little late. We were dragging along. Everyone was cutting up, and I was actually, I didn't have time to take a shower, so I had to sit through meetings for an hour and a half.
That was last
You were, first of all, you were only on one 7 a.m. and it was Robin's birthday one.
Yeah. He came a couple weeks ago.
I couldn't remember which one it was. I've been on more than 1-7. I was on the first one.
Barbell, which is
That was 6 a.m. Yeah. No, we are later because our two regular participants are usually a few minutes late.
yeah.
And then,
Robin, who else?
LaDonna, right
I
there.
can't think of that person. Oh, Donna, yeah.
and Tommy, we never know if Tommy's coming because he'll roll in sometimes 5 minutes after it starts too.
Or he'll just be outside of the view of the
Yeah.
computer if I'm
So
coaching.
literally, it's just like the gym. Just because it's right in your house does not mean your tendencies are going to be any different than what you do at the gym.
How is James at night? Is he usually late?
No, James actually, that's the craziest part. He was late all the time when we first started. For the last few weeks, he's there on time every single day. Now, the fact that he asks questions to try to negotiate less reps, that still happens.
Yeah.
Um,
Is
You,
there a time cap?
you completely explain the movement
Yeah.
and show the movement. And at the end of it, James says, I didn't see anything. I have no idea what you're talking about. That
Yeah.
still happens after 15 minutes of explanation. He cracks me up so much. And he'll ask, he asks what a movement is ahead of time. And you tell him. And then later on, you explain it again for everybody else. And then he asks again. So when he asks ahead of time, I say, I'm not answering you right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you what it is. And you pay attention because you're going to ask me for the third time.
All right, guys. So here's what our workout is. We're going either, we're calling it an EMOM, but it might end up being an AMRAP. But I did say in the video, I would like you to have 10 to 15 seconds rest. So if we need to cut down on any reps, we can cut down on some reps. So if you're efficient with double unders, 50 double unders. If not, then just stop at 45 seconds. If you have a rower, Afro would be 9 calories for you. Tommy's gonna have 12 calories for him. Then you move into 25 kettlebell swings. Those should all be unbroken. You should be able to get that done in time, but you may not have a ton of rest going into the front squats. But think about keeping your shoulders down and back, just coming up to eye level and yank it back down. Try to be efficient with these kettlebell swings instead of long, pretty arcs. Try and be efficient and just go up to eye level, back down, snap your hips right back up. Then it's 10 front squats. You guys can use 2 dumbbells, you can use 2 kettlebells, you can use 1 kettlebell, you can use a barbell. It needs to be a weight that you can do 10 unbroken without having to stop too many times to rest.
I'm just going to use my kettlebell then.
Okay.
What's your kettlebell?
It's just 40.
Is that when you're
For 25 of them,
Having
if you cruise through it and try to go super fast, you'll get a really good workout in.
Yeah.
Well, I think the biggest I have is a 50, but my legs are feeling a little wonky and I still got to run. So I'm going to negotiate like James.
No, you're deciding what's best for you today. James tries to negotiate. So 25, that could be like 15, right?
Okay. My favorite is what's the time cap? Every time he asks, what's the time cap? So is this a partner walk?
Who's doing the alternating minutes?
Yeah.
It's 50 double unders or 7. What's that 75 jump rope is what the JR is?
Yes, jump rope. I started to write SU for single under, and I was like, well, that could be sit up. I don't know.
True.
Yeah. I was just like, junior.
I wouldn't have thought of that until you said it, actually.
Yeah.
But it makes sense. I'm gonna try to put the rower on mats and maybe it won't move. We'll see.
Yeah, the one acronym always gets me. I always have to ask, and I don't know why. Is when it's PU, because I'm like, is that push-ups or pull-ups? Which one? Is
Yeah. Yeah.
Could be 5 rounds. So you don't want to go super heavy because you're going to end up doing 50 front squats. So the whole
So each one of those movements is supposed to be a minute.
No, it's supposed to be 40 seconds.
45, yeah, 45-ish. So
You know
if
what that means.
cut down on some of the reps, that's fine. I really didn't want to underestimate it and then have
Yeah.
people sit around for 30.
Yeah, and I think the front squats for sure will be, and double unders.
So should we? All right. So should we do it that way, or should we do it more like an AMRAP? I mean, which way should you prefer us to do it?
Are you
Like
doing,
I'll cut the reps down.
are you doing single unders?
Yeah, I'm doing singles. I should get that done though in 45.
I want you
Yeah.
to stop your singles by 45 seconds.
Okay. And so then everything else. All right. I'll try to do everything 45. I'll just stop where I'm at.
But the kettlebell swings are the one I'm not sure. So if you need to move to 20 kettlebell swings, at 25, if your first set of 25 takes a full minute, then just go down to 20. You should easily get that done in 40 seconds.
Yeah. The front squats I think will be no problem.
It's usually 1 kettlebell swing every 2 seconds. So 25 puts you at 50. And if you can really focus on being efficient at it, you might be able to get it down a couple seconds. Does that make sense? Goblet squats.
Yes, it does. But I'm just thinking about my lack of efficiency.
Well, and for you,
I'm thinking about all those times you have to come over and tell me, Jimmy, do it this way, not that
yeah.
way.
So for you, I want you to make sure you focus on sitting back in your heels and you're not trying to come up on your toes to swing that bell. And if you go down to 20 and really focus on your form, then I would rather that than you jack something up.
What are you guys doing for your front squats? Are you doing barbells or dumbbells?
I was just gonna ask you that.
I think I'm going to do the barbell.
Tommy's going barbell and he's going heavy. Are you
It's
gonna
going double barbell, it looks like.
115? Tommy's got 115 on there. We'll see. For 10 each time. He's going to do 50 of them.
Yeah, I'm going to think about putting 85 on.
I was thinking maybe 65 later, 55 or 65.
What you doing, LaDonna girl?
Well, I was gonna use that heavy kettlebell, but I'll do barbell since that's where everybody's going.
Whoop, whoop. Join the barbell club. I'm ready to go, Emily, whenever.
All right.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
start
have
at
a barbell.
65.
I feel left out.
Can you put the roller down? There you are. Careful of your toe.
It's really cute, Emily, talking to Tommy. Be careful, Tommy. Don't hurt your toe. Don't do just all little every couple of seconds. You're like, be careful, honey.
Well, his calf and his toe are bothering him, and I thought he was going to row. He said,
I know.
"No, jump rope." I'm like,
Dude,
"That's
it's
not
cute.
big."
It's like I wish I had someone to tell me.
Oh,
Careful.
you have your baby. What's her name? Lily.
My dog is sleeping on the couch.
All right, let me make sure I've got some.
Sweet, sweet Lily.
All right, so when you guys are ready, let me know.
Oh, I'm ready. I'm just sticking around.
All right, you ready? Okay, I am going. You get the kettlebell? Ready? All right, I'm going to mute you guys now,
Okay.
and then I'm going to start some of this music that everyone loves so much. I think.
Nobody's fool tonight.
Oh, that's
I'm
true.
nobody.
All right. 15 minutes. Whoops. Nope. Here we go. All right. 3, 2, 1, go. Three, two, one. 25 swings. There you go, guys. Swinging in those heels. Nice tight arc. There you go, perfect. See? All right, 10 front squats are next. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Good job, guys. One round down, 4 to go. Try and get a little bit of oxygen through your nose. All right, and go. 50 double unders. All right, 45 seconds. We got 15 left. Three, two, one. 25 swings. Keep those shoulders back and down. Weight stays in your heels. Those front squats in 10. 3, 2, 1, and go. All right, 2 down. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. Can you not breathe through your nose at all right now? Definitely just all right, guys, here we go. 3, 2, 1, swings. Use those hips.
I'm so high. Whenever you are near to me, swear I can fly without any fear. I'm free. On a fever, it only we got fever. Let's make love till the dawn. Let's make love. Let's make love, 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 love,
Back to these front squats in 10 seconds. And go.
I'm so high. Whenever you are near to me, swear I can fly without any fear. I'm free.
All right, guys, we're more than halfway. 2 rounds left. 3, 2, 1, and go. Double unders and row. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, 25 swings.
At Quick Trip, we're all about making life easier for you, which is why we now offer online pickup. Order many of the items you love.
Nice job, guys.
And we'll bring them out to you, even at the pump. We've got
We're in
fresh
round
made-to-order
4.
items like grilled cheese sandwiches, plus drinks and tasty snacks like candy and chips. And we're adding delicious and refreshing items all the time. Download the app, and we'll see you soon.
When it's time to snackle, it's time for online pickup at Quick Trip. QT. More than a gas station. This moment of gratitude is brought to you by Rocket Mortgage and the Rock family of companies. We run on a thing
10 more seconds. We got 10 front squats.
Leave their homes to keep us safe in ours. Thank you.
Yeah, they're awesome. We're sending all our love, gratitude, and hope your way.
If you'd like to thank America's frontline and essential workers,
All right, and go.
knowsahero.com. Quicken Loans LLC, NMLS 3030, licensed in 50 states. Each legal entity that identifies themselves as part of the Rock family of companies, separate legal entities with their own governance and management structures. This is Daniel J. Reliable, letting you know we are open, ready to serve our keeping our team members and our customers safe.
There you go, guys.
We're in this together. You call in, you make your children a pet background. That's because our customer service team assists you with your home, protecting from all sorts of great health and safety. Allow them to continue to serve you. If you have a problem needing breakdown, plumbing, or electrical work, call Reliable. Look online at reliableair.com.
Nice job. 10 seconds. Last round. 3, 2, 1, and go. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1. Swings. Last set of swings. Good job. All right, 10 more seconds. Last set of front squats. You have the whole minute. 3, 2, 1, and go. Good on us. Nice job. Share. How was it, guys?
That was good.
Good.
Good. Timing worked
It
out.
wasn't as bad as I thought with the time.
Yeah. Everybody kind of had enough time.
Yeah.
It was good number.
Later classes won't be like that though.
No, but that's why, I mean,
Yeah.
in the explanation.
For sure, for sure.
we're gonna
It was.
change
It's
that.
always perfect to test it out and then coach the later classes because you'll know.
Yeah.
My forearms, oh my God.
Did you do yesterday's workout?
No,
Sundays. Okay, yeah. It's going to be terrible for anybody who did yesterday's workout because we did shoulders and chest, and the isometric that we did made our arms burn for like 7 straight minutes. So it was burning the second I picked up the kettlebell.
And you release at the top or no? Like I let
Yeah.
kind of go with the
Oh
top.
yeah, I released the top on everyone.
Yeah.
And I think part of it too was Saturday's workout with the cleans, like the back of your traps too and shoulder.
I'll tell you, by Saturday, Sunday, my biceps from Friday were killing me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
That
yeah.
was a tough one.
Sun's out, guns out day on Friday.
Yeah, I was running Saturday, and I was like, oh my God, my arms hurt.
Jimmy had to cut off wife beater on Friday, and Chris was enjoying that a lot.
I got several of